Welcome to this episode of Business Success Starts Here. Tips to achieve stratospheric success with Biz Success Factory's plant manager, Jim Patton.
I'd like to share with you some of my secrets for creating a stratospherically successful business. Most of these secrets come from a little book called The Go-Giver, written by John David Mann and my mentor, Bob Burg. They also wrote a sequel to this book called Go-Giver Sell More. In that book, they outline 5 laws of stratospheric success, and over the next several segments, that's what I'd like to share with you, are those 5 laws of stratospheric success. Today, we'll start with Law 1, the law of value. That law simply states that your true worth is determined by how much more you give in value than you take in payment. 2 considerations in this. The first of these is the difference between price and value. Price is set by you. That's the amount that you put on your invoice. Value, on the other hand, is determined by your client or your customer. That gets a little bit more tricky because the value is totally in their perception. The other thing to consider here, well, let's go back and give you an example of the difference between price and value before I go on. Let's take, for instance, you have an accountant who does your taxes for you. The accountant charges you $1,000. That's the price. In the course of doing your taxes, the accountant saves you $5,000 by finding some extra deductions for you, and at the same time saves you 25 to 30 hours of tax preparation. That's the value. So keep those 2 things in mind. The price is set by you, the value is set by your customer or your client. The second consideration is that creating value is not giving things away. There's a false perception floating around about this law that if you give stuff away, it's adding value. That's just not true at all. When you do that, you really become a doormat. I'm going to talk about that at greater length in the next segment. The question I'd ask you to ask yourself is, what can you do with your business to really, truly add value for your client? Let me give you an example. I have one of my clients in my Success Accelerator program is a person who did electrical wiring, low voltage wiring. And he would have to go, in the course of giving quotes to clients, this was all commercial business, in the course of giving quotes to clients, he'd have to go rooting through a bunch of electrical rooms, store rooms, mechanical rooms, you get the idea. And some of these were pretty grungy. So he developed a practice of carrying a little mini vacuum with him. And as he went through these rooms, he'd vacuum up some of the mess in them. His clients took notice of this, and they perceived this as a great value add, and that gave him an edge over a lot of the other folks who were given quotes. So that was the way he created value. So my question in closing to you would be, what can you do with your business to add value for your clients? When you get that mastered, that's one of the secrets of creating stratospheric success in your business. To learn more about this and to learn about how to implement all 5 laws of stratospheric success, I'd encourage you to click on the link with this segment and check out my Success Accelerator. So until next time, wishing you stratospheric success.
Thank you for watching this episode of Business Success Starts Here with Jim Patton. For more great information, visit Jim's website at www.bizsuccessfactory.com. Also browse the other shows found right here at Indie Biz TV Shows.